So the first two episodes of the Eras Tour documentary are officially out. I'm so unbelievably excited about every single detail, and because I used to call myself the Eras Tour outfit reporter, I decided to go through every episode with a fine-tooth comb to see which outfits appear in the docuseries, and if by chance we will see every single outfit by the time the final episode airs in just 2 weeks. So diving right into it, I decided to take up this daunting task as greatly as I could by using a physical notebook. I literally wrote every single outfit that has ever appeared on the Eras Tour, and then I gave myself a space to write down if they appeared, which episode, and the timestamp. That way I can provide you guys screenshots, and I really took this seriously, so even if they showed up for just a quick second, I counted it. Now, without further ado, let's begin with episode 1. Episode 1 of the Eras Tour opens up on a speech by Taylor. She's giving the speech in the blue and gold leather bodysuit. This is the same bodysuit we see in the Eras Tour movie. I do have a question for you guys you can answer in the comments. Do you guys want to count the Eras Tour movies as part of this series? If so, we do get to check off a lot more outfits. However, if we want to keep this very strict, we can do it just docuseries, and that's what I'm doing right now. So here we knock off that blue and gold leather bodysuit right out of the way really quickly. They quickly do a couple flash throughs about rehearsals, and in this there's a blink and you miss it 1 second clip of the pink surprise song dress, which I think is very cool. I didn't even notice it the first time. That surprise song dress wasn't even in rotation in Vancouver, so it kind of is funny that it was used right here. Then we kind of see Taylor talk about her saying hi in every different city. She learned how to say welcome to the Eras Tour in a ton of different languages. That's why the name of the episode is Welcome to the Eras Tour. And here we get a quick view of the pink and blue leather bodysuit. In this picture, she's actually using the purple guitar, but don't worry, we see the pink one later as well. And in case you're wondering how you can tell the differences between the guitars, zoom in right here. You can see the microphone is the same shade of pink as the guitar. And if you look at the guitar and the microphone, that's how you can tell the difference there. I just think that's a cool way to find out. Then we get a couple news segments, and on these news segments, we see 2 outfits. We can decide if we want to count news segments or not. I personally am leaning towards yes to count them because it is making an appearance in the doc. And here we can see the orange Evermore dress, which was only around pre-Europe. So everything before Europe had the Evermore set, so that was there for that. And then we also see the Champagne Speak Now dress, which once again is the same one she uses in the Eras Tour movie that just came out. Now, from there, it takes us to fan moments, and we see a bunch of people dancing in the crowd. Usually, you don't even see the screen during this bit, except for one quick moment. You see a bunch of fans here dancing. If you look on the top right of the screen, we'll zoom in there. Bam, that's the red folklore dress. Another one to check off our list. We love to see it. We're making some good progress. Once again, we continue our opening Welcome to the Eras Tour montage. Here we see the orange leather bodysuit. She's using the pink guitar here, in case you're curious, as well as the Barbie pink one, which is like the full Barbie colored version of the bodysuit, once again with the pink guitar. And then we see the blue guitar here, even though it's with the purple set. And so just in the span of the first few minutes of the episode, we've kind of knocked most of leather already checked off our list, which is fantastic. From this scene, we are taken to another news clip, and here we see the blue Speak Now dress, which I think is very fun. And then we see some quick flashes of a couple tour dates, and if you look in the corner, you can see that she's using the magenta Karma jacket, and underneath you can make out the stars of the Moonstone bodysuit. So some good progress here. Before one of the shows in Wembley, she's walking through the behind the stage area in the orange leather jacket. Then we get a montage of everything that happened in London, and here we knock off a ton of outfits. So first we see the silver man jacket. From there, it jumps to the silver noodle fearless dress. We see the red bodysuit. We get our first ever 1989 set of the entire docuseries with the green and pink set here. Absolutely stunning. With the scene when she's talking with Ed Sheeran and she brings him on stage, she's wearing the blue one. We have the Who's Afraid of Little Me dress during the Tortured Poets set. Then we get the blue folklore dress and we get the butter yellow folklore dress, both in different scenes. So these had to have been different nights, so all these clips are not from the same night. And then at the end, we see the multicolor Karma jacket with the chevron bodysuit underneath it. You get a really good glimpse of the chevron bodysuit when she's under the stage and skating around. So now let's go to a checkpoint before we talk about episode 2. What progress have we made from just episode 1? We've made a ton. Let's go to leather. We've knocked every single leather bodysuit checked off. Easy peasy, that's done. We've done 2 of the 5 band jackets, and then we've hit all 3 guitars. So Lover is looking very, very completed. When we come to Fearless, we've only knocked out 1 so far. Hopefully we'll be able to continue to knock out some more in the future episodes. Evermore, we've done 1. Red, we have seen absolutely nothing when it comes to the t-shirts. Obviously, we did see the red bodysuit, but I think these t-shirts are going to be very tricky. Speak Now, we've knocked out 2 of them. On Folklore, we have knocked out 3. In 1989, we've only done the top and the bottom of a green and a pink set. So hopefully you can kind of understand by this chart here. It's just the skirt and the top that have been knocked out, but not a full set yet. For the surprise song dresses, we've seen 2 of them, both in the European styles, which is super fun. And then we have none of the Midnight's t-shirts yet, 2 of the bodysuits, 2 of the jackets, and 1 Tortured Poets dress, and we still have got nothing from the I Can Do It With a Broken Heart set. So that's all a great space on episode 1. But when we go into episode 2, my goal before starting this was to get a lot of the Tortured Poets stuff done. If you don't remember, episode 2 was very heavily focused on the Tortured Poets department set on this tour. I think the Florida moment with Florence the Machine takes up the majority of the episode, which is really, really fun to watch. And so I was really keeping my eyes out to knock a lot of the ones that we've not seen yet. So let's begin with episode 2. The literal opening shot is her walking on stage in the Wonderstruck Speak Now dress. So we are off to a great start on getting these new outfits knocked out of the way. We actually see a quick flash of the teal Speak Now dress. Now, fun fact about this that makes it interesting to me is a lot of these shots have been specifically from the Europe leg of the tour, specifically from the London Wembley shows. Obviously, we've gotten a little bit from Vancouver as well, but we never really got the stuff in between just yet. But this one would have had to have been. This teal Speak Now dress debuted in Miami, so after the London shows were completely over, but before Vancouver, because she didn't wear it there. So it's kind of somewhere in the middle there. We have the green folklore dress, which is my personal favorite Eras Tour outfit ever. We see a bunch of quick flashing through all of this during choreography. When we hear about the Tortured Poets department set being practiced, we get a wonderful view of a Eras Tour outfit I didn't even know existed, and that is a blank Tortured Poets department dress. Now, this is crazy to me. Like, I can't imagine why they wouldn't have a blank one. I just never thought about it. But here it is in all of its glory with a gold 2-piece I Can Do It With a Broken Heart set, which is something that also didn't exist on the tour. We did know this one existed though because it was in the I Can Do It With a Broken Heart video, but she never ended up wearing this whole set on stage. She did that gold top with the black bottom though as a set, but I don't count that because that's not what we're seeing here. But I am checking that gold jacket off of our checklist because I wanted to see that and I love to see it there. We also see the orange Lover bodysuit one more time when they're debuting in Paris. Let me know in the comments if you want me to keep mentioning the outfits we've already seen in a previous episode again. I'm happy to just breeze right through it if you want to keep these episodes a little bit shorter. But if you like this deep dive content, definitely let me know. From there, we see the I Love You, It's Ruining My Life dress for Tortured Poets department. It's great because that means we've completely finished the Tortured Poets department dresses. We even did extra credit with the blank one. Now, we get a bunch of quick flashes to different tour dates because of 2 moments. We're seeing a lot of this through Cam's mom's eyes, which is so great to hear. And because of that, we get to see all these outfits on their respective spots. And we also get to see a little bit through Amanda's eyes. She's one of the lead Eras Tour dancers. So with the combination of those 2, we actually get to knock out a ton of outfits. We see the Swirls Speak Now dress in this like purple color. Next up, we can see the cream colored folklore dress. Now this one is harder to tell, but if you zoom in, she has the white color underneath the cloak. There's only one folklore dress that is anywhere near this color, so it has to be the cream one. Even though we can't see the full one, we can really easily make it out. We get a couple views of the Midnight sets, and in 2 different versions. We have the chevron one with the magenta jacket. We actually see a better view of the chevron later. I can just tell this is chevron because of the neckline. And then we see the like moonstone bodysuit with the magenta jacket. And then here is the better picture of the chevron bodysuit. Now, during a scene with Cam's mom, we actually see a lot of this performance of Love Story, and it's all videos from what's most likely the same night, except for one. So she does most of it in the Fearless Fringe dress, and in one clip where they're zoomed out, they continue the song as if it was all recorded in one night, but I can tell this is different, because if you really zoom in there, that is the gold noodle Fearless dress, and we have to take what we get, and that's a new one, and we have to knock it out. If you had a keen eye, you'd be able to catch that. Now let's update our series total for all the ones that we just checked off. Starting with Fearless, we added 2 more to that. Speak Now, we've added 2 more as well. And Tortured Poets department, the dresses are completely complete. And the jacket, we added one. However, in this episode, we did not get anything done on the Torture Poets 2-piece sets. Now, we did get that gold one, but that gold one is not an official one that she wore on the tour, so we can't really count that as part of our official set. I kind of put that in our extra credit category. And then finally, with Folklore, we did add 2 more as well. So episode 2, the 2s were 2ing. Now, going into these future episodes, I'm really excited for next week. We have rumors that the next week's episode is the one that's about to the Eras Tour outfits, so I highly predict a ton of them will be checked off if that is true. I can't wait. We are very heavily lacking on red, so red t-shirts, if you see them next episode, know I'm jumping for joy. We're also missing a ton from 1989, so let's hope we get more footage from that, as well as all of the t-shirts from Midnights. Something about the t-shirts is not working well today, but we got to make it work. Anyway, trust I'll be using this notebook on probably my 3rd rewatch of the episode. That's the same thing I did this time. That way I could pause like every second and not annoy the people who are watching with me. I watched the first episode alone in my room, and I wanted to watch it all the way through. The second time I watched the episodes, I watched it with my family, and I couldn't pause it then. And so the 3rd time is when I really can do the deep dive. So expect these next week. I can't wait. I've been loving this series, and thank you for watching this on YouTube. I did this video also on TikTok, but only like a minute version. So you guys got a lot more detail. I hope you like it. So please like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications for next week. That'll be super fun. All of you who watch here on YouTube, I'm extra appreciative of you. I know it takes a lot more time, but I do hope I provided enough additional information that made it worth it. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next week.